All right, y'all, I just woke up. My hair is a wreck. My laundry, you can see it behind me. It is undone. I haven't eaten, and it is all because last night when I was streaming, one of the most requested things that I got asked was to do a review on the map Midtown and discuss how it's going to be played. So for one, I'm going to start with the characters that are good. I will be discussing Jeff a lot in this video because me and my community are all Jeff mains, but this applies for everyone, all right? You are going to want characters that have really good high ground access, all right? This entire map plays around high ground. Bruce Banner, Doctor Strange, Captain America with new buffs, he may be good. Anyone that has good high ground access, pretty much anyone but probably Penny Parker. Even Groot can kind of ramp up. I wouldn't recommend Groot, but he can work. Same thing over here. Any characters that really struggle to like shoot from high ground. So like Magic, I wouldn't really recommend because you're gonna be on the ground, you're gonna be dueling. How are you gonna make it back up? That's not really gonna happen. Same with Black Panther. A lot of these melee characters are gonna be rough. With new Squirrel Girl buffs, I'm very willing to bet that she's going to be very good. But like any character that accesses high ground well will be good. Namor has a shift, he can get up there. Winter Soldier, probably not. Wouldn't necessarily recommend, but if you're a Winter Soldier one trick, go for it. Psylocke, she is going to be the problem child of this map, and I can promise you that. And then as far as supports, Jeff, I actually think, at first I thought he'd be really bad on this map, but I think he may not be bad. But like Rocket's gonna be very good, Jeff's gonna be good. I'm still unsure about Invisible Woman. I think she may have some niche uses that will make her good. But anyway, let's get to what the points look like. All right, here y'all are going to see why I'm emphasizing high ground access so much, all right? This is where the payload spawns. You ready? Look at these angles. Oh, that is glass. My bad. Right here, we've got a massive angle here. Perfect cover. This shit, not destructible, so you can hide behind it the entire time. Over here, look, there's a bridge. Straight out of spawn, left. You and your entire team can go left. You pop up here. You just sit and you contest the people on high ground. If you're on defense, you could even stand here and contest. Literally every angle on this map is shooting down. Right here, this one's not as good because there's no cover. You sit and you shoot down. And I mean, it just weaves all the way through the map. And here's the thing. If you can't automatically access high ground, there's no contesting this guy. Because the closest route for you is if you go down here and either that bridge or you enter through this building and there is a staircase here, which you can walk up, and there's a staircase here, which you can walk up. But pushing through all of this to get to a staircase is going to be very troublesome. And if we round the corner, it's going to be a lot of the same things. This right here, it's not as big of high ground, but still high ground. People are still going to be contesting from up here when you go around this corner. These buses, you got to be able to get on top of them. And this one actually made me a little mad. It looks like you should be able to get up here, and you can, but you slide off. And same thing over here. That one you actually can stay on top of. It's just like you're on ice skates. But anyway, we head to the second point. There are a bunch of these little weird hallways, which are going to be very good flank angles, because contesting people from over here is going to be lovely, especially when there's a perfect ramp up. You get on top of here, though, and I mean, this is literally made to contest the payload, right? You sit on top, you shoot. Don't get your hopes up about these angles. I tried. I climbed up there. It doesn't let you up there. But there are other good high ground spots, like here. You can get over here. And if you get up here, behind these walls, it's indestructible. People coming around, they can't really contest you. There's not a lot that they can do about it, right? And then we're going to go over here, and literally all these back closets are all flank angles. Whenever you see a random doorway like this that looks like it leads to nothing, it is there exclusively to get into their backline, right? All of this gets somehow into their backline. And then look, up here, last point, you can test from here. You get flanked from over there, which is once again high ground. It's just so high ground heavy that anyone that cannot contest will be really rough. And it holds through on every point. If I climb up here, oh, come on. If we climb up right here, you can contest from here. And a lot of this isn't very destructible. This isn't. The floor is, but like, I don't know. It's just gonna be tough, right? And here we go. Here's another flank angle. You walk through this doorway, you come around here. Now the idiot that's playing up top here trying to contest you, or the idiot that's playing over here trying to contest you, just dies. If you're a Psylocke, you are running this map. But once again, look at this ledge up here. Perfect sight lines, no destructibility. Actually, is this destructible? It's claiming it is. If nothing's breaking, it's not destructible. Same thing over here. That's high ground, that's high ground, that's high ground. And there's just, like, sure, there are ways to get up. Like if I wanted to walk up this entire ramp, walk around and get over here, I could, but it's not going to be as effective as just being up here and just having an easy access way up. And the point ends here. So anything back here, like once again, right here, high ground, high ground. It doesn't really matter that there's none back here because you're never going to be contesting from back here. If you're here, you lose. Also, for my Jeff mains, these are the only 2 ledges in the game. That one over there and that one over here. I'm sorry, I know, it sucks. But unlike Clintar, which has no ledges and is the worst Jeff map, this one relies entirely on high ground, which Jeff is very, 1, good at accessing, and 2, because of his splash damage, is good at killing from, which makes him uniquely good here. Now, as far as me mentioning that Invisible Woman may be good on this map, she doesn't have very good high ground access for one. Like, her double jump, it doesn't go very high. If you are just standing on the ground, you won't be able to make it up here. And truthfully, I don't think she's a very good character. However, we're not here for my thoughts on that. What makes this map kind of designed for her, despite her lack of high ground access, is you'll notice all the high ground is very shallow. To see me, you have to be standing right in that doorway. Right over there, right? So what you can do, you have a pole, right? Anyone standing here, they're gonna be standing shallow. You pull them down. If they don't have a double jump to immediately get back up, they just die, right? This one's a little harder to contest, but like this angle, you can sit here and you can pull it all day and they're just gonna die and there's nothing you can do about it. Also, your invisibility makes it really easy to snake around. So if you are worried about someone seeing you and then backing off the high ground, congrats, I walk under here, they're over here contesting, they don't notice me, bam, they're just gone, right? They don't know you're there. And this applies at all of the high ground points that I showed. So for example, over here, congratulations, they're sitting there, they're contesting, I'm invisible. They're down here, they have to either mount all of this, right? They have to walk up all of it, or else my team is just gonna fry them on low ground. So I think Invisible Woman on this map is probably the exception to the high ground access rule, where just because of how her utility works, she's gonna be a menace. Okay, now I'm gonna showcase why I think Psylocke is going to be the character to play on this map. If there was a tier list, she would be an S++ tier. The high ground access for her, too easy, right? She dashes, and what makes her so good is I was showing it earlier, the flank access. Literally, she can just sit here and snake back here the entire time. This person playing right here is dead. We're pretending I still have invis. This person playing right here, just gone, right? She removes the limitation of like, I can't walk through here to get to the good flank angles without being contested because she has invis. And she's got a dash for high ground access. So she's just gonna end everyone. And truthfully, the first point isn't even the best for her. Truthfully, third point is really gonna be where it's at. Because look, you walk through here, you come over here, and now you've got a perfect contest on anyone holding here, which is a very common hold spot, or it's gonna be. Any person playing over here. And I mean, they're literally just gonna be sitting here. They're sideways, right? So they are strafing side to side. That's what their POV looks like. On your POV, they're just standing still. Like, they're just gone, you know? And like, everywhere on this third point, there is always just a good flank angle. There is some back closet somewhere over here, you know, where there's a random staircase, and congrats, you can walk up it, and now you're contesting the high ground. And it just is a common occurrence throughout every single point on this map. So if you are a Psylocke player, you are going to be thanking God every time that you get this map. And I promise you will thrive. But other than that, there's no real like secret tech. There's nothing too hard to discover about this map. It is just going to be, as long as you emphasize playing on flanks and playing for high ground, you will be doing incredibly well. And I'm really excited to see how this map turns out, because at first I wasn't a fan, but now that I'm seeing how it's going to play, I think it'll have some very dynamic play styles. I appreciate y'all watching, and I'll see you next time.